Clemens Homebrew coming at you. I'm with Jim again.
Hey.
Jim brought a beer. I'll show it to you. We're going to have him tell you the story. Here it is. It is the Termination Dust. Now, this is from Midnight Sun Brewing in Anchorage, Alaska. It is a Belgian-style barley wine. Yeah, those are words you don't hear together too often. It's 13% ABV. And tell us, Jim, tell us a little about this, where you got this.
Yeah, I got that at Midnight Sun. I was up in Anchorage for work, and they had this and quite a few other beers out of this series in their fridge, so I brought a few home, and we had to look up what termination dust meant. And apparently it's when this first snow falls in the mountains, the miners know it's time to get ready for winter.
Yeah, that high elevation first snow, and they're all scrambling.
Yeah.
So I think it's time for us to scramble. This is a big 13% ABV. What do you think?
13%. Aged in, what did it say, High West?
High West bourbon barrels.
Bourbon barrels, yeah. So
oh, yeah.
Should be interesting.
We poured it all out, folks. It's all here, and we're already smelling it at a distance, let me tell you. Okay, so I got a light over here. I can't see through it.
It looked pretty brown with maybe a hint of dark red when I was pouring it, but
a little on the dark khaki size head, not much. I got the ring on mine. We're going for the nose.
Ooh. Yes.
Yes, there's some nice dark fruits there.
And the most pleasant hint of bourbon barrel that I've experienced in a while from a bourbon barrel beer.
It is a smooth rye whiskey. That's what I gotta tell you. And it definitely has some raisin, and I'm getting a little bit hints of fig, and a little bit of prune as well.
Yep, I totally agree.
Like a candied prune, like a more dried prune side, not the moist.
There's just a subtle hint of the booziness on the nose, and it's in the most pleasing way.
But those are blended with chocolate and a nice toffee, a nutty toffee is what I'm picking up. So you get that little oak influence with the bourbon and the dark fruits and vanilla.
And vanilla, yeah. And I am getting the chocolate after you said that.
Oh yeah, you get the
Just
vanilla.
Subtle.
And a little bit of caramel. Yeah. It's there. It's like a if you want to take a really nice some kind of, like, not banana bread per se, but like a bread like that with some nuts in it. So you get a nice breadiness with some nuttiness. It's all in there. With toffee.
Yeah.
I don't know, it smells pretty good, Jim. Thank you.
Let's do this.
Yeah, cheers. It's gonna need to warm. Ooh. Ooh, the mid palate and back palate hit.
More the plum type dark fruits for me on the back.
Yeah, and for me the also besides the dark fruits, then the whiskey kind of expanded on me. Wow, rich.
It has some booziness to it, but not like I would expect for 13%.
Yeah, there's definitely some booziness, but I think it's fairly well blended. And what I want to say is, more than anything, it's these really rich flavors.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, I'm getting some coffee now.
I'm getting this hint of like that leathery quality that a lot of good Hair of the Dog beers have. Like I don't know if I'd call it smoky, but it's definitely that leathery kind of right below everything else we talked about.
Those like tobacco and leather type things come in. Wow. Yeah, with the dark fruits and the chocolate and the toffee. What I think we're going to have to do, we're getting some light sprinkles. We're Oregonians, it's all good. I think we're going to let this warm up a little bit, and we'll come back and tell a little bit more about this one. We're having too much fun over here.
This was worth hauling back from Anchorage.
Thank you, Jim. All right, so Jim recognized, which I did at the beginning, the bourbon that's in this.
The High West bourbon barrels.
Yeah, and
Lagunitas did the High Westified Coffee Stout or Imperial Coffee Stout.
Yeah.
With
Which
same
was
barrels.
really good.
Yeah.
It was really good. But I think this is better than that.
The barrel influence on this is, I wouldn't change a thing. Just awesome. And it's really interesting that they're calling this a Belgian barley wine.
Yeah.
Did they use a Belgian yeast or?
That's my assumption. Yeah, it's an English style, but it's barrel aged. An English style barley wine, barrel aged, but I assume with the Belgian yeast.
Yeah.
And those Belgian yeasts bring out all these little esters, these interesting little esters and spicinesses and characters that really influence this beer.
Yeah. I can't help but compare it to Mother of All Storms from Pelican. And I mean, this is right up there with Mother of All Storms, in my opinion.
And yet, to me, this makes me think of another idiosyncrasy. It makes me think more of like a Belgian Imperial Stout, but they're calling it a barley wine. So how do you rate this? This is a tough style rating. So we're going to call it a Belgian barley wine for what it's worth. An English style Belgian. We're going to call it an English barley wine with Belgian yeast. How's that work for you? It's the best I can do.
Yeah.
Jim, can you even come up with numbers for something like this?
As far as style, like the only thing I can do is, I guess, compare it to other English style barrel-aged barley wines I've had, and I mean it's up there. It's everything I love in a barley wine. Not to mention barrel-aged barley wine, just sticky and sweet and plum and chocolate and all that good stuff. So
Loads of toffee.
for style, I got to give it. I mean, I got to give it like a 98. I love it.
Yep, he's right. Now, I'm lower than him this time around. I'm going 96 because I've had some fabulous English barley wines. But you know what? It's still world class. What can you say? And what's interesting about this, before we go into our overall, is that these aren't flavors we're struggling to pull out. They are in your face.
But they're evenly in your face, so it's
they're
balanced.
Yeah, they're bold and balanced. I don't know how you. It's just like it's like 5 or 6 guys screaming at you at once, and you love these guys. You know, they're your best friends, and that's kind of how this beer is drinking. So, wow. All right. Overall, I'm calculating. What have you got on an overall with this beer, Jim?
I'm going at least the same, 98. I mean, I could maybe give it a 99. I'm going to say 98 overall. It's fantastic. I wish I had more.
I am so hedging between 96 and 97 going up because I'm going 97. But I'll tell you what, I would have loved to have been there with you.
It was pretty awesome. Great place. All the beers were awesome. So.
I don't think you're going to find it. I want you to go out and find it because this is an earth-shattering beer.
Yeah.
That's right. Termination Dust. It's that first fall of the snow. And here it is. It is the 1st of September. We are moving towards fall quickly, and we're enjoying a beautiful beer.
Yeah.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Jim.
And we're just saying life's too short.
To drink cheap beer.
And we'll see you
On the next beer review.